Welcome back to BaldHeaded Metal, guys. My name is Joseph. Today, I want to react to a more niche or underground band called Machavalian God that's been recommended to me with the particular song The Ruinous Path to Ascension, featuring Stege, whatever the guy's name is. Uh, I've been covering a lot of these very niche bands, especially this week, because I've been trying to kind of expand my catalog of music and see kind of stuff I can find and check out and see what I particularly might like. I understand from my perspective they don't particularly get a lot of times a lot of views and they're not high traffic requested songs. But at the very least, maybe you could discover something you didn't know existed, or it could be just something interesting to check out, listen to. I do want to have that variety. I don't want to just do, the most requested song all the time. Sometimes I want to just kind of branch out and try that thing that is obscure and nobody knows about. And if you are a new to this channel, you can see I have various kind of songs on this channel that I've reacted to, but I always speak my mind about them. If I don't like it, you will hear it. If I have any kind of criticism, I put it forth, but I try to be respectful to create an interesting conversation around the particular song that I'll be listening to. With that in mind, let's get right into it. I'm excited to hear what's going to be all about because I've kind of saw some of the comments about it that people were really enjoying it. So perhaps it's going to be something for me. So far, strong beginning. I like that. You can tell the production is not 100% there. It probably, a lower budget production, but sorry, it sounds good so far. I love the change ups in this song. The way they change ups the rhythms, that kind of that choir or that keyboards that come in the background to kind of give it that kind of more than life kind of a feeling to the song. I actually like the lo-fi kind of productions on it. I think it gives it a nice kind of old school feel to it. So far, I think it's quite enjoyable. I swear, it seems like melodic death metal has to be the most popular extreme genre of heavy metal. It has to be. Because it seems like every other day a new melodic death metal band appears. And I feel like it's such a daunting task trying to enter into this genre or subgenre of heavy metal because there's so many bands being released within this kind of genre. How do you compete? How do you create something different, something new, something maybe not new, but something that's good and people want to listen to? Like how did Orbit Culture was able to stand out with its sound and people were able to kind of get captured by this band. I feel like it's just such a daunting task. And then genres like thrash metal are in many ways not dead, but they're very niche now. And that's still my favorite genre of heavy metal. It's kind of interesting thing to point out. So far, I like it. And it's very like that melodic death metal sound that they have. It's an old school sound to it. I think of like trying to think of a good band to kind of give example. If I could think of one, I'm gonna stop the video. But it does give me kind of some vibes of bands I've heard before in a good way. Reminds me of Ethereum. That's what I was thinking of. Ethereum, Riding Christ, some of the Gothenburg kind of melodic death metal, like In Flames. It has good inspirations, 100%. And the other thing I was thinking about to myself is like the name Machiavellian God. What does that really mean? I feel like it's that they just picked two words out of a hat that would sound cool together. Because Machiavelli, was known for faking his own death, right? And then Machiavellian God, like I don't know how. Maybe there's like a reference when you say something's Machiavellian. There's a reference to something that I'm not understanding particularly. But it seems like with a lot of, especially extreme metal bands, it's like what two words can we put together that's gonna sound absolutely badass? Or let's take a reference from somewhere else that we don't particularly like. Bellacore really surprised me when Steve told me that their name was like, oh, it just kind of sounded cool because their music sounded so thought out. I thought their name was 100% thought out from the beginning to the end. And they're like, no, it just kind of sounded cool and we liked it. And sometimes I guess that's how the big decisions are made. And it was really weird and interesting to hear that from him. Anywho, let's keep going. I'm getting off the path. This song is 3 minutes and a half that I've went into this. It had so many different interesting changes on the same rhythms, creating different rhythms, having nice melodies in there. There's a lot of elements in this song where they're just showing their kind of understanding of songwriting that I think makes them stand out, say, above the crowd. This is good. This is going to be something I'll be interested in to checking out. As a matter of fact, after this, I'm going to add it to my YouTube playlist because that's where I kind of compiled my whole. I used to download music for the most part, but now because I'm always on the go, I don't always have time to grab my MP3 player with me. At the very least, I have my phone, and I have basically my whole catalog now saved in YouTube Music as well. So I'm gonna have to add these guys as well. That's it, or they gotta be more? Oh no, okay. By the way, the cover of the album is really cool too. It looks like a pencil drawing. Yeah, nice little smooth, softer part right in in the middle, well, at the end of the song, and I'm sure it's gonna pick up right at the end as well. Um, yeah, this is one of those kind of times. This kind of also remind me of another band. What I was gonna say actually reminds me of another band I would recommend for you guys. It's not as this kind of have this kind of melancholic feel to it. Well, this band is not as melancholic, but it has really interesting riffs and music, and I really enjoy their album. I think they only have one album. It's this band from Greece called Spartan, also melodic death metal. Oh man, I love that album. I forgot. I think it was called The Fall of Olympus, something like that. I'm not really remembering the name of the album, but I remember really just liking the band. Guys, check them out. Uh, yeah, let's just kind of get into it. I'm just overall kind of just enjoy. I don't have much to say. I've enjoyed their songwriting. I enjoy the sound. I enjoy the thought process behind the music. I don't know what the lyrics are because I'm not really paying attention to the lyrics. I'm paying attention to the music more. And from what I hear, they have 2 albums. That's nice. Oh, I love that switch up and the choir. That is such a nice build up for an end of the song. And this kind of reminds me of this idea. I believe this idea. I wholeheartedly believe this idea that most bands that we love, their beginnings are just, there's so much rawness to the music. There's so much fire in the music. There's so much desire to get whatever's inside out that it tends to be their best work. Even bands that release later on some of their best albums, like Nile, Insomnium, or Amorphous, they lose some. They might have a better written album, sure, 100%. They might have a better written album. They've become more technical, more understanding of how to write music. But I believe that that small slither of rawness is gone, and it just can't stay. The fire doesn't stay the same. The rawness doesn't stay the same because you start refining your sound. And I mean, you're also feel yourself making it as a band, so it's a different feeling. I feel like that almost like that desperation, but that desire to make it too, it produces a different kind of a music. And you can definitely hear it here. You can hear it in Bellacore, Coherence, and the other albums they've released. It's just that struggle to release something to be recognized. Some bands maintain that for a very long time because they made their whole life they struggle to be recognized. Like somebody like Overkill. I feel like they never got their due as they deserved for such a great band. While Megadeth, Metallica, Anthrax, Testament were getting all the praise, you know, or Exodus. I believe they don't get as nearly as much praise as they deserve. But that's my opinion. That was a great song. That was an awesome song. I started off with just liking it and thinking it was cool, and progressively as it went on and how it changed and shaped, I ended up just loving the song. And I think this is an awesome song from beginning to the end. I'm gonna be checking out this band. I don't know if I'll do more reaction on this channel for this particular band because I want to cover a lot of different bands. but I am going to be checking out this album. As a matter of fact, I'm going to add it right now. Guys, make sure you enjoy the rest of your weeks. You stay safe out there. You keep it metal, and you take care of yourselves. Have a good one.